Okay, everybody, so here's a nice little display for you. Check it out. So, just a quick recap to let you guys know what they've done here in this museum is they've collected all the data from that time period and put it together, and basically at the end of the day let you draw your own conclusions as to what happened. But the story goes basically in 1942 there was a object that hit a ranch out here in rural New Mexico, which is now called, well, was called then Roswell, New Mexico. And there were several people who saw it. There were several local people that were first to the site before the federal government arrived. Minutes later, the government did arrive. They secured the site. Story goes they brought in military personnel from all over the U.S. And the reason why they did that was because they didn't want any of the soldiers to know each other. Once the cleanup and recovery was done, the disc and the bodies supposedly were moved to what we all know as the mysterious Area 51. After that, the soldiers were all debriefed and they were all sent their separate ways. Nobody knows each other, no one can communicate with each other, to be able to share their stories, to put together what they actually saw. They also weren't able to, their names were stripped from their uniforms, so, and they weren't able to tell people who they were and what their names were and where they were from. So basically, now the federal government is saying that that was a hot air balloon that actually crashed out there in the desert. But there are affidavits on file from several people in this town that says that they actually saw the aircraft after it hit the ground and saw the debris and the pieces of people or bodies laying around, and they were green. Some of the farmers that lived nearby were saying that the air stunk really bad, and they tried to also say that in the hot air balloon there were test monkeys or something like that, and that was the smell. But there were people that were there that actually said, no, we saw them, they were little green men. So anyways, read up about Roswell, New Mexico, also the home of the show Roswell. And just, if you want, comment, tell me what you think about UFOs and aliens. Here's a couple of more interesting pictures before I go. All right. Most of this museum is a lot of stuff that you have to read. So we're going to take a few more minutes and read, walk around, see what we can see. And then we're getting back on the road real quick because we need to head out and get to San Antonio sometime tonight. Anyways, thanks for following me. Peace out.